Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Copper Coins Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E273 1963P original wrapped roll. Sorry I'm late. I was watching TV and lo and behold, I fell asleep. But anyways, hopefully everybody's still here and ready for a roll. Looks like we have Paul Adams, Doug, Eric Math, Dan McCumber in the house. Yeah, normally I'm early, that's for sure. Like I said, I was sitting waiting around, burning time up, and I dozed off. And I think I even told my wife to wake me up if I doze off. All right, let me get the chip. Coin 36. T-Rep Adventures. How are you today? Just here to ask about license plates. Well, unfortunately, it's Eric, and Eric doesn't know anything about license plates, but Chuck definitely knows about license plates. Richard Sappington, welcome. Well, let's get started. Let me open this roll up and we will get going. All right, see where we go with this roll. Got double die obverses and reverses to look for. And get the wrapper off. All right, we got it off. And we are going to get this show on the road. Coin number 1 is for Stan. And there's the 63. And the obverse is normal on the first coin. And we're off. How is everybody doing today on this Friday? Next coin is for Eric. I got a lot of packages mailed out this morning. I think it was Sissy. Who got packed? Doug. Can't remember everybody. Paul Hampton. I did mail 10 packages. Mickey and a few others. All right, we might have what looks let me pull this out and take a peek with my trusty glass. Could be a doubled eyelid here. Let's see if we see any remnants of doubling. And any of the T's also. Definitely. And is there anything on the L? No, we are going to just look real quick and see what we have for double die obverses in 63. This is very minor. All right, not that one. All right, let's see here. All right. Not that. Not that one. All right, let's try that one. Nope, definitely. North, south through Liberty. So it's not that one. Not that one. There are a plethora of them. Not that one. Not that one. So it looks like it could be new. I'll have to really check. Well, let me look at this. All right. Let me look here. Oh, that's that. So we will turn it over on the reverse. And that's that. So this is 1DO 029. So we have a copy of 1DO 029. So our first, let me write a note here. Our first variety of the roll goes to Eric. 029. Hopefully we get a bunch more. Next coin is for Sissy. All right. My table must have got bumped. Turn the light up a little bit. off to the reverse. Back it off just a little bit more. I will concentrate on the FG a lot, because if you see a thick FG, chances are you have a double die reverse. That is one of my pickup points that I always seem to get lucky. All right, T-Rep. That sounds good. I was supposed to do 2 rolls today. I might end up putting that 1 roll off. We'll see how fast we get through this one. I don't want to rush anything. All right, that's machine doubling. Thought we had something there at first. Coin number 5 for Malcolm. Mark Thomas, he was another person that I mailed a package out to yesterday. Try to pop him back in. Coin number 6 for Paul Hampton. We don't have a Discord server. That's not a terrible idea. I actually play a couple games that we have. The group has Discord servers. What we would try to want to avoid is an area of confrontation, because the one thing with the Discord server is you can't shut it down so people can congregate 24 hours a day in it. Well, I guess you can shut it down, but you have to shut it down. Yeah, I agree. It is easy. And we do want to hopefully discourage the spread of bad information with Coppercoin's name on it. So that's another reason that you kind of don't want a media outlet open all the time. It's one thing with like Facebook or something, you can have, you can edit your posts. And I suppose you can within Discord, but you can't get rid of the voice part. Otis, welcome. One double die obverse in the roll so far. Coin number 9 goes to Sireg. Yeah, my fear is people coming in that actually don't know what they're talking about, Dan, and getting everybody's feathers all ruffled, and then there's nothing that we can do about it to take that experience away. Now, I'm not against getting into a Discord server to do stuff, but I just don't know if it would be wise to put Coppercoin's name on it. That's what I'm talking. A lot of gamers use it. And it's easy to create and stuff like that. Coin number 11 goes to Dave. Yeah, I probably wouldn't start a server. I might. I don't know. I'll have to think it over. But just because I don't want to be the policeman either. When I was in the Facebook groups, I literally every day all I did was kick people out. Then you had to basically vet them to get them in, and then still half of them were bot accounts. But there has to be a venue that you could make that is not a bad idea, that you could do membership and limit. And I guess you could do that with Discord. I could make it where nobody can post except for certain people. But then you're getting away from the true nature of what you're doing. Decent earlier die state coins for the reverse. Got some staining on them. That is wash stain that has been assisted through life with toning and moisture since 1963. These coins have gotten moist. Yeah, I saw that, Dan. Well, you know, maybe he actually come to realize that what he was spewing was baloney. So, and if that's the reason, I applaud him for doing what he did. We don't want to perpetuate this anymore, Dan. There was a guy on face. It started on Facebook, and then he made a YouTube and started putting all sorts of videos out. There's no videos left, so you can't see any of them. And he was, basically saying stuff that was totally wrong. Coin 15 for Parvis. Anybody got any big plans on the docket for the weekend? One double die so far, and we're seeing repeat dies. I'm just not seeing the one for the doubled eyelid. There are more than a few, Eric. There is a lot of unreliable information available about coins on the YouTube and on the internet in general. Uh-oh, what's your laptop doing, Dan? Take it it's acting funky. Is it flashing in and out or something? Ooh, fatal error stuff. Is it not blue screen, is it? Well, I'm not sure. There should be a memory checker within Windows. It takes a while, but it'll check your memory module. So, hopefully it's something like a bad sector or something that you can just crack one of the little doors on the bottom if you have to replace a piece. Yeah, that's never good. That's usually memory modules there, Eric. Yes, usually. It's when it gets in. Oh, this could be. Nope. Usually the stability issues with blue screen is usually a memory issue. That usually doesn't cause a blue screen, Dan. But it could cause an error if you empty all the stuff. Coins and computers. There you go. Yeah, I used to know a lot more about computers than I do now. I never kept up with it. That's the eyelid, right? I think this is the eyelid. Let me see if it's just got gunk in the eye. Oh, maybe it isn't. Let me see here. It has gunk where both the big markers should be. It is our second copy of 1DO29. It's just not a pretty copy. Well, not necessarily, because it can also, when you start getting into blue screen, it can be a lot of things. What I would do before I replace the RAM, especially if it's a brand new home built computer, it's 7 years. Oh, your laptop is. But as far as Eric, I would try reseating the RAM. And if it's like non-paired, take one stick out and run it. And then if it does it, put the other stick back in if it's got two sticks. But that's only if you got non-paired type RAM. So you really got to know what type of machine that you have before you go start swapping parts. Yeah, some computers you need two sticks of RAM. Some computers only need one. It depends on how the architecture on the motherboard is done. But I would definitely try, especially if you know that it's been moved around or banged around, and if he's a kid, so chances are he's at a small desk and he might be turning and hitting it with his knee and stuff like that. That was always an issue that my son had with his. When I had kids in the house with computers, is they would turn their gaming chair and then their knee would hit the top of the case. And I would end up having to reseat the RAM about every 2 years. Well, his computers only lasted about 3-4 years. And then they were not good enough for what he was doing, because he was always playing Diablo and World of Warcraft and Dark Age of Camelot and all these other games that are out there. Indigenous treasures. This is Eric, not Charles, but the way you get into the coin reveals is we have what's called the roll reveal sale on Monday evening at 7 o'clock Eastern. And you're registered to bid because you're blue. And you just come there and we put certain rolls up and a shotgun start, and everybody says how many they want with a max of usually 3. And we go from there. So just show up Monday at 7 Eastern. I hope that explained it to you. Coin 24 for Sireg. Next roll we're doing is going to be a 55D roll. I might postpone that. It'll struck through grease right there. Till tomorrow. So I have more time to prepare. Oh, anytime, Eric. I like to help. And back in the 90s, I actually did a lot of professional type work on the computers, but they have all changed since then. I'm glad I didn't get into it professionally, because everything I used to do in networking is all done automatically by software now. Next coin is for Jordan. You notice me turning this coin like this. I am looking for a specific mark right below the date. Yeah, I've built all mine that I've ever had except for one. And then the laptops that I own, I always buy the laptops. The stuff that you buy is just not as good at the screen hinges and stuff like that. It's great to meet you too. Yeah, you'll see Chuck's reveals are the ones that don't have the E acronym in front of them. If it says like E215, that's one that I have done. Chuck should have reveals coming up. I'm not sure exactly when he plans on doing them, but he did mention it to me that he did plan on doing them. hopefully in the next month or so, I can sort stuff out enough to where I can hopefully start giving out coins as a prize again. Maybe not every time, but sometimes for sure. Coin 29s for Mark. Yeah, we have got some really warm weather here the last 2 days. Supposed to have a huge period of rain coming over next week. Like 7 days where we could be getting rain all day, which we need it. We're deficient in rain, in water. And it shows. I mean, I've got like the shrubs in front of my house are dying, which is no good. You know, I don't mind it. I don't think the heat's that bad. To me, the heat will be worse in July in the north than it will be here. But the night times cool off. You know, sometimes here you get it, it goes up to 92 or 93 degrees and it's 100% humidity. And it literally goes down to 88 degrees at night. So it's like still just as hot during the nighttime. Oh man, no central air. Yeah, but you do have the cool nights. You do have that. Now, I couldn't imagine, and I can remember because my dad used to work down here in the early 70s. He would take me down here, and there was a lot of places that didn't have air conditioning back then. And they lived just fine, which is, I couldn't imagine living in Florida with no AC. That would definitely be a tough pill to swallow. Yeah, well, screens don't help a whole lot here. They do make special screens, but all of them come with their deficiencies. Those no-see-ums, they really don't care if you have screens or not. And I just had, we had a new pool cage put in, and had them use the tough screen so my cat didn't tear it up. And it turns out that the no-see-ums can only half get through it because it's 14 microns by 18 microns or something like that, where a normal screen is 20 by 20. But the NAT screen is 14 by 14. So that little piece where it's like rectangular, they can squeeze through if they hit it right. But yeah, regular screens, it was just as bad. You'd go out at night and you'd just get eaten alive by the no-see-ums. And now, like I say, you get screen repairs done and they come at you with, we have this, 10 different kinds of screens. And it was weird, is I got the tough screen, which is Kevlar. It's made out of Kevlar. And what I didn't know is that it offers a 20% sunshade to the pool area. So the sun just doesn't blare right through it. And I have noticed a difference this year. My pool's only 84 degrees right now. And usually this time of year, my pool's like 93 or 94 degrees. So it's not getting the solar heating that it used to get. Oh, those no-seams can be the worst. For sure. And we had almost 2 years with no pool cage because the hurricane broke the pool, dropped trees on the pool cage. And we almost didn't use our pool. Coin 36, the winner of the giveaway is Malcolm. Congratulations, Malcolm. E273. Wow, 273. Yeah, I'm getting up there. You know, I don't get sunburnt down here too much. The problem with here is I think it's because I know better. When I go outside, it's always in the morning. During the afternoon, I don't do a whole lot outside. This is a die pair I don't remember seeing before. There's lots of die polishing scratches on all these coins. All right, coin 37 for Dan. All right, I'll show you. All right, so you look here. This is one we've seen, and I've seen this because of this die scratch and then these die scratches right here. And this is one we've seen. And here's another. It's got some die pitting right there under the R. This has been the die. The chip is 36. Yes, I got it. The winner was Malcolm, Paul. So we've seen this die pair. As a matter of fact, this die pair has been seen more often than any of the other die pairs in the roll. And a lot of that is me. That's kind of how when I search a roll, that's what I use. So I'll start here. This is the same die pair as the one we've just got. So you'll see the blemish. See these die scratches right there, and then the one coming up. Frostbite, welcome home. Did you just get home, or? And then there's the little die pitting under the R. How was your trip? I saw your little shorts. Looked exciting. Coin 39 for Paul. And then see, this is another of the same die pair. You see the heavy die scratches. And see, that's what I always say about turning your coin. If you look at this coin in this direction, you don't really see them. So that's why you always see me, especially if I find something interesting. Hopefully we come across another one of the double dies, and I'll show you how I can make the double die disappear. But there's the little die pitting under the R. Coin 40 for Sireg. All right, this is different. It's not the double die. So you see this has got the die scratches right there, and then one between the three. The one that I was saying it was a different die pair, it basically had curving concentric type die scratches all through by the body. So did you get back to work already, Frostbite? Ah, all right. Sounds good. Next coin is for Dave. See, now you look at this one, and it's nothing but north-south die scratches. So you start making mental notes about the die scratches. That way, you know what you're dealing with. Like this got machine doubling on it, so... Next coin for Farm Dog. See, this has the die clash and even different die scratches. You see them intersecting or crossing. Then you've got the die clash here, which is the bottom of the memorial. Actually, it would be the roof of the memorial. The one thing I can't stress, though, is do not look for markers unless you find the variety. Now, there are coins that I have seen, like when Chuck's doing a reveal, he'll go and he'll find something. Matter of fact, the one that I always can pick out is a 1960p 1DR006. And he's had them on a couple times. And he'll get to the back of the neck right here, and there's super strong die scratches. And I always, before he even gets it out, I'll always say, that's 1DR006. They're so distinct. That's a no-no. You need to find the variety, then find the markers. And you can find markers that will confuse you if you go about it that way. But there are a couple where the markers are so flagrant, I guess, they just stand up so much that if you have a good memory, you'll say, I think that's what this is. Then you can go right to where the doubling is and double check. And on that variety, it would be the FG and the devices to the outside of the reverse. Coin 45 is for Carl. Yeah, searching original rolls or solid date rolls helps a lot. Now, when you are searching circulated rolls, here is a piece of advice, and that is to separate them by date. And search one date at a time. Now, I'm guilty. When I search my pocket change, I just get my pocket change out. I set it on the desk. I put it under the computer. But I'm literally searching under 20 coins when I do that. Coin 46 for Donald. 2 double die obverses, which I'm surprised. Usually they come in more than 2. The unique thing about this roll was it was wrapped at the Federal Reserve of Minneapolis, and it's a Philadelphia roll. That in itself didn't happen a lot. I do know that Chicago wrapped a lot of Philadelphia coins. So did the Detroit branch. I mean, up until they started the Palatainers, I used to get bags from the bank from either branch of or either mint in Detroit. But you don't see a lot of Philadelphia coins rolled past Cleveland usually. Yeah, that's hilarious. I'm probably guilty as charged too. Got this vision of Charlie Brown's teacher. Blah, 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 blah. Wah, 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 wah. All right. I would love to take a trip to the Mint. That is one thing that I have never done. And I would like to do it. I'd like to take the trip to all the Mints. I don't think you can tour West Point, though. I'm not sure. That's one thing I know that my hearing is not fine. From working in a factory setting for so long, there's certain things I just don't hear. And it's weird because I can hear some things super, like superhuman hearing. And then other tones, I hear nothing. No, it's not that. It's I've had my hearing checked, so they just said that it was because there was certain tones where I worked that were loud at over a certain decibel, and that my ears just don't resonate the sound or something like. I forget the word they used. It's not terrible, and I hear most of the time, but sometimes I just seem not to. And I hope it's not selective, because I'm really quite fond of the girl. And that is it. 2 double die obverses, 1 for Eric, 1 for Sissy. And I am going to reschedule the 55D roll for tomorrow because I'm not prepared for it. I need to get name tags and everything else done, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I will reschedule it for tomorrow, and we will go from there. I want to thank everybody for joining and apologize again for me being late. I fell asleep, of all things. And I will see everybody tomorrow at 1:30. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.